For all your t-shirt needs, check out TeePublic's Killer Selection. Follow the link in the description. Initially, I had no desire to play the next Call of Duty game. After years of being a self-confessed COD snob, I had gradually drifted away from the franchise. It certainly helped matters that the last iteration of Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, was, to say the very least, not good. Call of Duty publisher Activision seemed to acknowledge this by bundling it with a remastered version of Call of Duty 4. I was definitely more excited for the latter, and dropped the $80 to purchase the two bundled together. A sly move on Activision's part not to offer the two separately, knowing that Modern Warfare Remastered would easily outsell Infinite Warfare. I logged in only a few very brief hours of gameplay devoted to Infinite Warfare, and not that much more on Modern Warfare Remastered. Infinite Warfare was a painfully uninspired and flat effort from the remnants of the once great Infinity Ward development team that brought us such fan-favorite titles as COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Even Modern Warfare Remastered, a game that many gamers had longed for on current-gen consoles, myself included, became boring and tedious quickly. It kinda looked like COD 4, kinda played like COD 4, but didn't feel like COD 4. I put both games aside and moved on to other titles like Mortal Kombat X, Resident Evil Afterlife, Friday the 13th, and re-explored older COD titles like Black Ops and Black Ops 2, as well as an old favorite of mine on PC, Left 4 Dead. I felt like my Call of Duty days were behind me, at least until the next Treyarch-developed title in 2018. Call of Duty World War II was barely a blip on my radar, but I felt, for lack of a better phrase, the call to duty to check out the new title via its private beta. I had many concerns, chiefly the fact that the studio who developed it, Sledgehammer Games, had last brought us Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare is, in my opinion, the worst Call of Duty game to date, with its poor hit detection, deplorable maps, horrible weapon balancing, useless score streaks, and skill-based matchmaking. Still, I wanted to give Call of Duty World War II a shot, so I placed my pre-order and downloaded the beta. Over the course of Sunday night and Monday morning, I was able to log in a few hours of gameplay and reached rank 15. There were positives. The fact that the game is old school boots on the ground is a plus in my book. It promotes slower gameplay, however, and I did take plenty of deaths from corner campers, head glitchers, and people lying prone. All the maps featured in the beta were a major improvement to those in Advanced Warfare as well. They felt like the right size and seemed to have a nice flow. Also, the sound design was tremendous. The weapons sounded good, and the thunderous explosions made the speakers on my Razer headset vibrate and rumble with every bombardment and nearby grenade. The score streaks also appeared to be an improvement over Advanced Warfare. Whenever I heard strafe run incoming, I ran for cover. I had heard several people on social media saying that Call of Duty World War II felt just like World at War, the last Call of Duty title to take place during that era. Granted, I've only logged in a few hours on World at War, but I found myself thinking more than once that Call of Duty World War II felt an awful lot like Advanced Warfare, a major negative. And while many things can be tweaked before and during the game's life cycle, certain things cannot, such as hit detection and erratic time to kill, which were prevalent in the beta and led to many frustrating moments. These are issues inherent to netcoding and cannot be fixed with a simple hotfix or patch. These are also issues that have been carried over from Advanced Warfare. I only hope that skill-based matchmaking doesn't also make that jump. Including skill-based matchmaking into a game with already wonky hit detection and erratic time to kill will only make both infinitely more wonky and erratic in nature. The Call of Duty series is so heavily weighed toward connection that placing any variable above connection can be game-breaking, as was the case with Advanced Warfare. I also noticed in Call of Duty World War II the typical rubber banding that's been present in just about every other Call of Duty title I've played, in which bullets seemingly follow you around corners. As long as Call of Duty sticks with their long outdated peer-to-peer hosting system, this will unfortunately continue to be the norm. Those worried about quickscoping making a return to the series will be disappointed to know that in Call of Duty World War II, easy mode quickscoping is back in a big way. Add to that the very generous hitboxes for snipers and you have a potentially huge problem. I saw many kill cams where sniper bullets were what appeared to be a foot or more off target, yet still registered one-hit kills. All in all, my first impressions of the Call of Duty World War II beta are a mixed bag. At this point, I will likely cancel my pre-order after the beta ends and wait at least a while before purchasing the game to see how the game is developing. My biggest concern is skill-based matchmaking rearing its ugly head. I can deal with some shoddy hit detection and erratic time to kill, but as I said before, adding skill-based matchmaking into the mix will only worsen both significantly. Also, and because microtransactions have now become Activision's bread and butter, we can expect plenty of overpowered variants of weapons to arrive very soon after the game launches and supply drops. This was yet another huge problem with Advanced Warfare, and whether Activision wants to admit it or not, the supply drop system is no different from online gambling and can be just as addictive and damaging. I've heard of people spending thousands of dollars to roll the dice on supply drops in hopes of getting the newest pay-to-win weapon, and the odds of getting that weapon are astronomical. I'd also like to see some stronger assault rifles added into the mix upon the game's launch. The beta was dominated by submachine guns, and each of the three I played with have been very strong, some even outgunning the ARs at distance. Even though the maps in the beta feel like about the right size, I wouldn't mind seeing a smaller map, say about the size of Carbon from Black Ops 3 thrown in there. And doesn't anybody feel like 5 kills or 500 points is a lot to ask for a recon plane? I'm not a fan of UAV spam, but 5 kills or 500 points seems like a lot for a little. Let me know your thoughts on the Call of Duty World War II beta in the comments section below. Tell me what you liked about the beta and what you disliked about the beta. And let me know what you'd like to see either added or removed from the game when it launches in November. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace.
Get ready for airdrop. Mark the drop zone. We have the momentum. Fritz X bomb ready.
Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.